Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this video is pretty highly requested, I think. At least I hope I'm doing it in the right way. And it is a collection of all the books that I've got on my reading list at the moment. I've got them all in front of me. I bought a few recently and I just thought I would go through them and it might give you some inspiration and things like that. So if you would like to see what I have in my little library at home, then keep watching. So I am a massive bookworm, and my favourite Disney princess is Belle from Beauty and the Beast because I just related with her so much as a child. Like when Beast shows her the library in the castle, that for me was like the most romantic scene ever. Like, take that, The Notebook, because it just, oh my gosh, if I could have a proper library in my house I'd be so happy. So these are the books that I have got at home. So the first book that I'm going to start with is this one, and it's The Muse by Jessie Burton. So I'm only a tiny bit into this book so far, and it's basically about a character called Odell, and she has been employed finally because she wants to be like a writer and a typist and that kind of thing, and she's been employed into a role at a gallery, and she meets this other lady who is in charge there, and it's kind of like a mystery discovery of like a painting secret history and like the relationship between these two women when they come together. And I'm excited to read it. I absolutely love the cover, and it's a Sunday Times #1 bestseller as well. So that is the first book. Then the next one is from Adele Parks, which is a book called Whatever It Takes. Now, I've read Adele Parks books before. I really rate her as an author, and this is another Sunday Times #1 bestseller again. And this is about a lady called Louise Hamilton, and it's about how far would you go for the people you love, basically. And she makes sacrifices for her husband, for her best friend and her family, but now she sort of feels like she sacrificed too much, and you know, it's one of those where like the plot unravels. And I just liked it because I do like books where there is like a central character, but there are different plots within that, like different relationships, and I like it when they're explored in different areas rather than just one constant storyline. So this one, I don't know, I was just looking through them all while I like put them all out ready to do this video, and I feel like this is the one I kind of want to like move on to. I'm trying to finish this one first. Next one is Perfect by Rachel Joyce, and this is, well, this is highly acclaimed. It's from the best-selling author of The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry, another Sunday Times bestseller. So on the back of this it says, summer 1972, in the claustrophobic heat, 11-year-old Byron and his friend begin Operation Perfect, a hapless mission to rescue Byron's mother from impending crisis. Winter, present day, as frost creeps across the moor, Jim cleans tables in a local cafe, a solitary figure struggling with OCD. His job is a relief from the rituals that govern his nights. Little would seem to connect them, but in 2 seconds it can change everything. Little would seem to connect them, but 2 seconds can change everything, and if your world can be shattered in an instant, can time also put it right? And a few people I've seen like recommending this, and I loved the blurb. I loved the fact that it like follows like children and then like a grown-up person as well. I'm really interested to see how this plot like figures out, so that is another one that I'm really excited to read. Now this one is Cecilia Ahern's Lyrebird, and this is a little bit different than her normal books, and it basically follows a girl in the southwest of Ireland, and she possesses an extraordinary talent, the likes of which no one's seen before. And it's quite, I suppose it's got more of a mythical feel to it, and normally her books aren't quite like that, so she's kind of like stretched out of her normal bracket and tried something new. And I did try and start reading it, and I like got into it and then I just fell out of love with it again. So I don't know if it's one that I'm gonna have to stick with. And I've read up to here, and I'm a bit like that sometimes. Like if I feel like I have to be really into a book and give it my 100% to read it, and if I fall out of love with it, I kind of stop and then I will try it again. Some books just click and some are growers, not showers, if that makes sense. So this is another one, and I will read this and I will finish it because I'm really interested to see what her like different writing approach is with this book. So this one here is The Wonder by Emma Donoghue, and this is actually quite similar to Lyrebird actually, because it's set in Ireland again, and it follows the story of a nurse who, I think she checks out this young girl who hasn't eaten anything for months, and she's surviving and she's fine. And I think it's one of those where like people start to think that maybe she's a little bit special or different, has got hidden talent. So I wanted to see what this was like, and this isn't one that I've even started yet, but we will see what that one's like. So excuse Daisy playing next to me, by the way. She's like having a snack and playing with a toy, so I just thought I would let you know. But this next one is actually what I got for Mother's Day, and it's called Blackwater Lilies, and Mark went into Waterstones, and the guy that was there, like he was asking for some like book advice, and the author actually came in, so this is like signed, which is really cute that he got me this. But I love murder mysteries or crime novels, and then I'm quite... But I absolutely love murder mysteries and crime novels. Like I got into them from my gramps. I used to read all the Sherlock Holmes books when I was younger, and he got me into people like David Baldacci and things like that. So that is where that has come from. And this is called Blackwater Lilies by Michelle Bussey, I think it is. It's basically about the death of a man and 3 women that are kind of entangled within this mystery as to how he died. And apparently it's really, really good, and it's one of those that you can't put down. So at the moment this is going top of the list, not only because it is a Mother's Day present and I want to read it because it's special to me, but also because it's come really highly reviewed and I'm really excited to read it. So all of the next books are ones that I got from Amazon, where they had like I think it was 3 for £10 deal, so I got 6. And the first one is The Good Mother by Kim Locke, and the whole sentence around this is it possible to love your child too much? So this basically follows the story of a woman who gets a phone call to say that her best friend is dead, and she's left behind her little boy and her husband, but she just feels like there's something not quite right, and the circumstances are tragic, but they don't seem to be as clear cut as they should be. So then she gets a letter from her friend that she posted before she died, and she kind of goes on a journey to discover the truth, but it just sounded really gripping, and I've never read anything from Kim Locke before, and neither have I actually heard of her either, so I'm really excited to try this one. Then the next one is a classic author that I really enjoy reading, and it's Jenny Colgan, and this is The Summer Seaside Kitchen. And I'm really into food, I'm really into summer, I'm really into like romantic sort of chick lit, that kind of books. I find them really, really sort of easy and delightful to read, and this follows like a girl who feels like she should escape her childhood village where she grew up, and she can like, you know, meet someone new, and it's all about like a newfound love of cooking. And she moves into like this dusty little pink fronted kitchen on the harbour, and it's sort of like she does this and it's all like about changing her life, but she's run away from things, and then it's about resolving what she's run away from, and then like looking forward to her future, that kind of thing. So I just thought this was like perfect for this time of year, and I quite liked the cover as well. So then the next one is Behind Closed Doors by an author called B.A. Paris, and this is a psychological Hitchcock type thriller that will keep haunting you. And this is basically, it says everyone knows a couple like Jack and Grace. He has looks and wealth, she has charm and elegance. You might not want to like them, but you do. You'd like to get to know Grace better, but it's difficult because you realise they are never apart. Some might call this true love, others might ask why Grace never answers the phone or can't meet for lunch without Jack, and why there there are bars on one of the bedroom windows. Sometimes the perfect marriage is the perfect lie, and it was just, it gave me shivers when I read that online. So I was like, you are coming home with me. So this next one has an awesome cover, and this is called Lie With Me by Sabine Durant, and it's basically a few lies never hurt anyone, right? And it follows a character called Paul, and he likes to, well, he's got this idea of having a better future, so he kind of tells little white lies here and there, and you know, he figures it's not going to hurt anyone, but he ends up getting himself in quite an uncomfortable situation. And well, I feel like it's, I don't want to, the blurb is very, very loose basically, and I don't want to sort of read too many reviews or look into it too much because I want it to be a surprise. But that is like, it's a cracker to take with you on holiday. That, like, it's a good pull kind of book. And yeah, I love books that just have me turning the page every time. So this is the next one. Then the next one after that is a book called Before I Let You In by Jenny Blackhurst, and this is about a lady called Karen. Karen is meant to be the one who fixes problems. It's her job as a psychiatrist, and it's always been her role as a friend. But Jessica is different. She should be the patient, the one that Karen helps, except she knows things about Karen, her friends, her personal life, things no patient should know, and Karen is starting to wonder if she should have let her in, and that was enough to sell it, in my opinion. Kind of reminds me a bit of that series that's on telly, or it has just been on telly, The Replacement. It's kind of got that vibe to it. So that's another one, and I'm quite excited to read that as well. I keep saying that about all of these, but I'm in a real mood to read books, and we go on holiday a week today when I'm filming this, so it's a Wednesday at the moment, and I'm going to take some of these with me. I know that we're going to Disney World, and I know I've got 2 children, so the chances of reading might be slim, but I figured in the evening, if they are in bed and me and Mark are like sat out on a balcony or something having a drink and just enjoying the late sunshine, then I can read a book, and that'd be quite nice. So the final one is Lucy Diamond, another Sunday Times bestseller, and this is The House of New Beginnings, Anything Could Happen. And this basically follows the tale of 3 ladies, and it's flat 1, a lady called Rosa, flat 3, a lady called Georgie, and flat 4, a lady called Charlotte. And the 3 tenants find each other, hope surfaces, friendships blossom, and a whole new chapter unfolds for them all. And I liked again that there were like 3 main characters, and we follow their journey, and they kind of like are interwoven, much like life. And yeah, I was really excited when I saw this one because I've read Lucy Diamond before, and it's a nice one, that, isn't it? It's nice and chunky, so that would be a nice one. I think this will probably definitely come to Disney with me because it's got that kind of like happy feel. So yeah, that is all of my books. If you would like me to review any of them, like as and when I've read them, then let me know. And if you would like me to do another video like this in the future with like some new editions that I bought, like give me a little bit of time to get through these ones first, then I will. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.